welcome to another video episode of my podcast. My name is Cheryl, and this is Cappuccino Crafts, my little channel on YouTube and my little corner of the general interwebs where I like to talk about knitting and sometimes crochet and maybe some books if I'm reading anything, which has been a little while. I want to get back to it. Also, movies or TV that I'm watching and enjoying, and other life and general chatty things that I want to share with you. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video and choosing to spend a little bit of your time with me. That's wonderful. And yeah, so please settle in. Have a delicious beverage. And get your yarn, your hook, your needles, or maybe your embroidery project, or maybe some fiber and a spindle, whatever you need. And let's get down to some fun times chatting about crafts and other things to distract ourselves from the crazy world right now. Yeah. All around the world, it's pretty intense. And we are keeping our distance and trying to stay safe and sane. So that's all I'm going to say about that, because I would like this to be kind of a fun little distraction video and a time where we can just have a little oasis to enjoy. But I do hope that you are safe and well, and we're all just doing our best, and that's all we can do. Yeah, so crafting has been happening. Oh, but before that, another distracting thing, our weather has been a little bit weird. We had a March snow like Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday. Anyway, the end of this week and into the weekend, we had a couple mornings of snow showers and just a little dusting. Nothing really stayed on the roads at all. But it was cold. It was a cold snap, a little bit of snow. It looked really pretty, actually. I'll put a couple photos in because I wanted to capture the mood. And now today, this is Monday, March 16th. And today it is bright and blue sky and sun and back to springtime weather. So yeah. Anyway, so there's been that. And crafting has also been happening, and it's going pretty well. Both of the heels are finished. If I can hold them the right way. There we go. Both of these heels are finished. And there you can see that little garter edge detail, which I think is really, really cute. I took that idea from the Hermione's Everyday sock pattern, which is a wonderful free sock pattern available for download on Ravelry, designed by Erica Luder. And yeah, it's I think most sock knitters have knit it by now. It's been incredibly popular, and why not? It's a great pattern. It's got a great texture and nice details like this garter edging for the heel. So yeah, I really like how this striping sequence is working for the socks. really love that. I did not use the other side of the yarn or break the yarn at all for the heel. I just knit continuously with the, just kept going straight through. And now starting to get, you can see it on this one a little bit, starting to get back to these color stripes again. And I like that placement on the foot. Anyway, so really, really happy with these socks. And for me, socks are such a comfort knit. They really, really are. They're very relaxing, but they've got enough to do to keep you interested and a little bit focused when you get to the heel. And it's got a little bit of variety in it because you've got the different parts. So, you know, it's kind of got a rhythm to it as you go through the sequence of the parts of the sock. So it's, even when you're doing vanilla and no cables or patterning at all, it's still not boring, but very comforting and relaxing, which I love. So socks are a super comfort knit for me. What's your comfort knit? Yeah, what kind of projects are your comfort projects? Yeah, do you love garter? Do you love anything in garter? Or do you just want like a big basic stockinette, maybe sweater or scarf? Just stockinette for days and weeks? Or yeah, little fast projects, or like maybe a big blanket. Something really warm and cozy. And yeah, what are your comfort projects? What is comfort knitting mean to you? I'd love to. I am so in love with this project. My yoke for the branches and buds sweater is really progressing. All the colorwork parts are actually done. There's no more colorwork details in the pattern the way it is. Now I've thought about, because I have plenty of the contrast color yarns. I had 2 skeins of each of those colors, and I've only used like a partial skein of either of them. So I could add a little more color at the cuffs, or at the bottom of the sleeves, or around the bottom of the body. I might do that. Thinking about it, see what happens when I get there. But yeah, I'm really so happy that I gave Stranded Colorwork another chance and decided not to just keep saying that I don't like it, I don't like it. Because now I do. I definitely will do more Stranded Colorwork in the future. I don't know if it's going to become like a favorite or a staple, but you never know. You never know. But I will do it again for sure. And I know, do you have any techniques that you didn't like the first time, or maybe you've been feeling intimidated by and haven't wanted to try? might be good to try them. This might be a good time to do something new, something you weren't sure how you liked, and kind of give a little challenge, a little something new stimulus to your brain. And maybe you'll find out that you actually do like it. Or maybe you'll just confirm that, yeah, that's not for me. And that's okay too. That's perfectly fine. Not everything is for everyone, that's for sure. And not every knitting technique is a good technique for every knitter. Absolutely, I believe that. So, yeah, I hope your projects are going really well. Yeah. So, these are the only projects I've got right now, except for my blanket that is in the background, and I haven't gotten that out. Um, and that's just kind of a background, long-term, scrappy project. So there's no rush on that at all. And it's only kind of when I'm in the mood. Or if I'm just at a loss, if I just really can't figure out what I want to do, it's always there. It's always there to pick up if I need it. Yeah. So, other things to distract ourselves with are books and TV and movies and that kind of thing. And I have started watching some new things, and I do find for myself that fantasy and sci-fi, or a good like mystery thriller, are really great kind of stories to distract. Just take you to another world or give you a puzzle to solve. Occupy your mind with something really interesting and different, and kind of just escape a little bit from the everyday. So I do recommend sci-fi and fantasy and mysteries for just kind of breaking out and escaping a bit. And the new TV show I started is on Hulu, and it is a sci-fi drama mystery called Devs, Devs, which is short for developers, which I learned in the first episode. Yeah, it's also the name of this secret project group in this San Francisco tech company. And it's all about this very mysterious, super top secret project that the devs group is working on. And it's very dramatic, very suspenseful. The visuals, it's really beautifully shot. And the setting, well, it's set in a tech company in San Francisco, and they really give you, they really take you to San Francisco. There's beautiful shots very moody of like fog, the fog rolling in, which is so San Francisco. We used to live in California when I was uh, in elementary school and early teenager. And we lived in the Bay Area, so I'm very familiar with uh, San Francisco and the Bay Area, and they really capture it beautifully. And that fog rolling in, just very moody and poetic, and also um, beautiful parks with the big trees and the beautiful um, little Victorian townhouses and the hills and the Victorian little townhouses on those hilly streets. Um, just really great. It's got a wonderful visual style and good actors. I can't remember his name, but one of the actors. If you've watched Parks and Recreation, which is a comedy, a sitcom, he was one of the characters in that. And then I've seen him in other comedy things. I've never seen him in a drama. I've never seen him do anything like where he was like being serious. And he is so good in this very dramatic sci-fi show. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. And I like his character in there. He's like the mysterious and kind of mystic tech genius founder of the tech company, and he is heading up this super secret project. Anyway, yeah, so also the director of Devs is, did I write down his name? I did. I made notes. Alex Garland is the director, and you can feel his tone and his visual style in this, which I really like. Other things he's done, which I really enjoy, he's done some really good things. He did Ex Machina, or Ex Machina, depending on how you want to pronounce it, which is a AI robot story, which is so good. I love that movie. Annihilation, which is really weird and deep and kind of devastating. Yeah, it's all about trauma. The theme is trauma in that movie. And it hammers it. Also, he did the adaptation of Kazuo Ishiguro's novel Never Let Me Go, which I believe is the only kind of speculative or sci-fi-ish kind of novel that Kazuo Ishiguro's ever done. And I like that novel a lot. I like him as a writer too. I love Remains of the Day. Oh my goodness. So he's a really great writer, and Alex Garland did a great adaptation of Never Let Me Go, that novel. Yeah, so, and I've also been watching YouTube, and some of my favorite booktubers have made some really good book recommendation videos recently, with the idea of just kind of distracting, escaping, having some fun, and getting away from reality for a while in mind. And one of them is Liane. Her channel is Literary Diversions. She did a video last week called Books to Avoid the News With. Very appropriate right now. With some great recommendations. She loves thrillers and she likes horror and also fantasy. So she had some really good recommendations. And Olive is a booktuber I love. And her channel is A Book Olive. Yeah, A Book Olive. But Olive's video is called Book Recommendations Social Distancing Edition. And she reads really interesting books. She likes to read a lot of nonfiction, but she also likes to read a variety of kinds of fiction too. And I do find her choices and her recommendations really smart and interesting, like she is. I think she's a really smart and interesting YouTuber. So you might want to check those out for some more fiction recommendations and nonfiction, actually, recommendations for some good books. I also today on Audible, I think yesterday and today, they have had a 2-for-1 credit sale. So a limited selection of books, you can get 2 for just 1 credit. And so I did take a peek in there, and a couple of my wish list books that I've been wanting to read for a long time were in that selection. So I got Clockmaker's Daughter by Kate Morton. I've never read Kate Morton, but I've really wanted to have to try one of hers. And also Kate Atkinson's book, Life After Life, which I also have been very anticipating reading. And she has at least one follow-up book for that too. I'm not sure if it's going to be a full series, but there is at least one follow-up book for that. And it's kind of funny to me that they're both Kates too. Both of the authors are Kate. And I did not do that on purpose at all. But I think it's a little bit funny. And I like it. So what are your strategies for distracting yourself or lifting your mood in stressful times, or just trying to get away in your mind for a little bit? Yeah, I'd love to hear any book recommendations or any other kind of recommendations that you have for things that you're doing to keep your spirits up and to, yeah. Anything else? Let's see. So I hope that you and your families are well and safe and stay that way. I hope that your crafting or your reading or your watching is relaxing and grounding and also lifting your spirits. I hope that you have some happy colors in your projects maybe, or just something especially enjoyable. And take care and see you next time. Bye bye.